Hey, we are back in this weird little non-committal week in between Christmas and New Year's with ABZU, or however it's pronounced. We will be diving back in to check out what I misidentified as an ichthyosaur, which doesn't exist, and is actually a plesiosaurus in 54321. Hey, we're back. Welcome. Whoop. We are not in the same spot that we were. Hold on. Must figure out where I'm going. Okay. Boy. I swear I had just left it exactly where I was the last time. And now I have no idea where I am. Oh well. Nothing says fun like just swimming through. There we go. Let's see where it saved us. Okay, there we go. That's better. Now I know. This should suck us up the pipe. For $20, you can get that off from Hennepin Avenue here in Minneapolis. There. That looks familiar. But hey, who am I to complain? Anytime I can get an oceanic, come on, there, oceanic rim job, I am more than willing to do that. So, yes, this is where we ended last episode, and pretty sure I saw something that resembled a dinosaur down there. So, what the hell? Let's dive in. Woohoo! Hi! So, once again, we dive into this beautiful, beautiful underwater world as our now glowing red robot. Really hoping that that's not a sign of things going terminal, but pretty sure it likely is. But as I'm looking here, I don't see that shadowy figure of an aquatic dinosaur. What the? I was looking forward to that. That's the whole reason we did this episode. There we go. Power up that. Watch those frame rates drop. Oh. So yeah, this is one of those that peaceful, reminiscent. It makes you think about your life and reflect upon it. Or maybe that's just the end of 2020. Don't really know yet. But as we dive into the oceans, yeah, I've already told the story about how I drowned, or almost drowned, at summer camp. And the fact that in today's world, there'd be lawsuits and, boy, angrily written letters by my mother to the camp for not taking care of her sensitive little baby boy and all of that. And really, it didn't even get a note home. That's how different the 80s were. We we were, actually that might have been late 70s, but yeah, 70s, 80s. We we played on jungle gyms over blacktop. We played. Look, there it is. Haha, my dinosaur. Definitely Nessie. Yar, I have seen her. Oh, that is just lovely. Got two of them. My God, that is fantastic. But yeah, no, it's the 80s were a different time. We boys and well, really kids in general were allowed to be kids. We weren't we weren't doubted over like everybody was going to be a stranger and kidnap us. Even though we did do things like Stranger Danger and Project Charlie with cold pricklies and warm fuzzies, where we discussed the evils of bullying and everything. And we had our bullies. Mine stopped attacking me after I hit him over the head with a steel or aluminum Superman lunchbox in the second grade. It's maybe third grade. I don't know. I'll have to take a look and see when the first Richard Donner Superman movie came out. Still have it. Still have the dent from it. Being able to show that I guess he made a lasting impression on me. We were also part of this weird experiment where they just quietly got rid of the troublemakers, didn't draw attention to them, just all of a sudden somebody would stop going to school with us. And maybe they'll appear 2, 3 years later, but it really, I think it backfired on them. Because instead of producing like this super, super civically minded group of individuals and everything, it really just created a group of people who were very, very good at not getting into trouble, which includes things like now it wasn't a kegger or anything, but we did have a barbecue out in the parking lot my senior year that was equipped with barley pop out in the parking lot at lunchtime. It did end up, I'm not going to say getting raided by the vice principal. We had actually invited him and he had turned us down. But that's part of the reason why you don't wear a pink jacket when you're trying to blend in and not stand out. And by the time he got to the corner of the parking lot, all of the barley pop had been replaced with root beer. And my vehicle had been driven off by one of my friends. This was really great, except for the guy who, like, I swear to God, I think it was 3-2. I think that's the best we could get a hold of at the time. So there was no way that the guy manning the grill was actually drunk, but he looked at the vice principal and was just like, "Oh, dude, you want a hot dog?" But yeah, that was I think 2 weeks before graduation, maybe a little bit more. I don't remember off the top of my head. Okay, let's see here. That's got to open up and go up here. Follow the chains. At least that's what my dominatrix says. No. I actually had a comment on something saying, "Oh, how wholesome. Really wholesome." Which is a great compliment for the Gaming with Dad show and what we've turned into. For that viewer, please don't go back and watch the first 3 years of the show. We are all but wholesome. It's still family. It's just, as I have often described to my elder children, I am nothing if not expensive therapy bills for them in the future. Our family motto is, that which does not kill you is free to be mocked. We're broken, but we love each other. There's no doubt of that. It's time to go through the time vortex. Come on, come on. Swim, swim. And into the devil's anus. No. So yeah, no, it's we were told that we shouldn't try so hard to get into trouble. And lo and behold, one of my best friends at the time looks right at him. And we had a history with this vice principal anyways. Not a bad history, mind you. We just knew his daughter. And she was on yearbook staff with us. But my friend, who was one of the editors, looked at him and was like, "Man, we're not trying that hard." But yeah, no, it's. Oh, I resurrected my. Well, maybe not. He might be a ghost shark. Please don't eat me. Robots are friends, not food. But yeah, this. Oh, and my suit is somehow tied to Mr. Shark. Excellent. Thank you. Now you go into the red hole. And I'll follow. That is not something I thought I'd ever say in my life. But, you know, what the hell? We had so much... Once again, this all goes back to the fact that we were a whole group of people who learned how not to get into trouble. Not because we behaved ourselves, but rather because we learned how to cover our tracks. And, oh! Damn it. Hey! I broke one of those evil triangles. And I got another one. Let's get this one up here. Storytelling. But, yeah, graduation, when I received my diploma, he shook my hand and everything. I made the comment to him, and let's just say it was along the lines of, "Hey, by the way, Maribeth was good." Maribeth being a surrogate for her actual name, but just the look on his eyes when I said it, and as a little bit of a tightening of the squeeze on the handshake. He's just like, you know, I think my life is going to get easier in about 2 minutes. And I thought for sure I was dead in the water. But no, he let me walk up, get my diploma, and get the hell out of his hair. I've later come to truly respect the man for everything that he could do. We had an incident. I actually visited the school about 2 years after, and we had an incident where somebody from the inner city had taken offense to our quarterback having beaten the team, and lo and behold, had come to the school with the desire to cap him, two in the head style. And to his credit, This vice principal knew everybody at the school. He knew us on site, he knew our names, he knew everything about us. He was an amazing person. And he saw this group of folks that did not belong, and he knew that they were up to no good, and he cornered them in Trophy Hall. We'll call it that for now. And quite literally took the leader, picked him up, and slammed him against a pillar as he pulled the gun out from the kid's waistline. And he took care of business. He protected the school. He was a good person. And I mean, this was early 90s, pre-Columbine. But it's really one of those that, hey, whale shark. You've got to make those fishes jump. He was glorious. And I kind of feel bad for all the hardship that I gave him over the 3 years. I called him my vice principal, but you know, that stuff is just what happens. You're young, you think you're invincible, you weld the doors to the high school shut. It's very, very teenager. What can I say? Okay, there it is, and let's see if we can. Whoop! I missed that one. Let's try that again. Come on, fishy buddies. Yay! So yeah, no, it's kind of one of those where you gotta give your teachers, your administrators, credit. You may think that they're mean and rotten and only out there to stop you from having fun and interfere with your day, but they're there to make sure that you turn into well-rounded adults and have the education that you need to succeed in life. Wow. So we are going to fly towards the light here. And, well, you know what? Just a second. Let's go ahead. Go back. I know this episode is getting long, but something tells me we are about to enter another stage of the game. And I would very much like to see where that stage leads us before we decide if we're coming back tomorrow. Yep, this is where I got my butt handed to me the last time. And it looks like this time I'm just able to swim through everything, which is great. I like it. Wow, all of a sudden this just got put on easy. And I just took, wow. Hello, Mr. Shark. I don't know what's going on here. I have no idea. These episodes do tend to get a little bit long on me, but that's okay. We've had fun talking and enjoying just the scenery of ABZU on the Nintendo Switch, and life returns to the desolate ocean as the evil space triangle sinks into the water and is reclaimed by nature. So it has a very environmental type message to it, which, I mean, I guess is okay. It's good. It tells a compelling story. And is that the end? It's loading. Should we find out what it's loading? Oh, and there we go. That was the story. So, thank you, Giant Squid and Matt Nava. We're going to capture these credits here, and we'll see you guys next time on the Gaming with Dad show, where now, obviously, I have to find something else to play. Bye-bye.
So here's a video and a subscribe link. Make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, like, comment, all that goodness. Thank you.